Drama Spot Reviews. Hello, fellow drama lovers, and welcome to Drama Spot, your new favorite destination for reviews of the hottest drama series. I have so many thoughts, so let's get into it. Before we get into episode number 2, let's quickly recap episode number 1 in 45 seconds or less. Zaid and Ayra, they are dating from two different backgrounds. He is very wealthy. She's middle class. Her family wants her to get married. She says she doesn't want to get married. She embarrasses them when they bring a suitor to the house. And then we have Mubashira and Muhib. They are married. They're celebrating their 2-year anniversary. Mubashira wants to cap this off with this whole elaborate anniversary party that looks more like a wedding. Muhib says, "Hey baby, I have a surprise for you." And the surprise is divorce papers. Now that we're all caught up, let's jump into episode 2, which I'm calling The Betrayal. Episode number 2 starts with Mubashira opening up that surprise for Muhib, which is none other than divorce papers. I can see she just starts breathing heavy and she looks as though she's about to black out. Like she just snaps, the light goes behind her eyes, and I feel like this is probably what her vision looked like and what was going through her mind at the time, because she was just so besides herself. Now, after having been blindsided, no pun intended, Zaid quickly jumps to take control of the situation, grabs Mubashira, and takes her in the house before she can further embarrass herself in front of everyone. I felt so bad because it just reminded me of when she was getting her nails done with henna and she called her assistant or whoever it was, saying that she wanted to be the talk of the town and wanted her anniversary to be all over social media. Well, she definitely got her wish. Did anyone else pick up on the irony of that scene with all of the social media bloggers trying to get her attention? Be careful what you ask for. Meanwhile, inside the house, Mubashira is pacing her room back and forth, replaying everything that's happened with Muhib and losing her mind. Poor Uncle Jafar looked like he had a heart attack due to all of the stress, but they said it was just high blood pressure, because he is so worried about his daughter. And finally, we're graced with the presence of His Majesty, Mr. Flyboy Rayyan. Where has he been all this time? He wasn't there to stop the paparazzi. He wasn't there to take his sister in the house. What's going on? I mean, his dad had to ask him to go check on his sister, who had already escaped to unleash her wrath on Muhib's poor mother. Luckily, he wasn't there, so she leaves, but her wonderful idiot brother, Rayyan, he sees Muhib at the house and calls her to let her know. What is he thinking, guys? Like, does he not know his sister? Anyone else frustrated by this? Well, come on, girl. You know no one's frustrated. We're here for the drama.
It's too brute.
This is what I was saying to Henna in my head after I saw her in the car with Muhib. If you can't tell already, Mubashira is Caesar and Henna is the traitorous Brutus. But I guess I'm giving her too much credit, because at least Brutus stabbed Caesar in the front and not in the back. I'm pretty sure what I'm saying right now is not popular opinion, but does anyone else feel the way that I do? I know I said in my predictions that it would be funny that if Muhib married Henna, but I was thinking after the dust settled, to teach Mubashira a lesson, not behind her back.
मैंने मुबशरा को तलाक दी थी
क्या क्या मतलब फिर तुमने उसे तलाक दे दी?
Is anybody else confused by this scene? Are you trying to tell me that Hina is going to marry Muhib, thinking that he is still married to Mubashira and that she was going to be the second wife and that she was going to come out of this unscathed? Get out of here. Okay, maybe not unscathed. She does acknowledge that Mubashira is scary and possessive, but I need some answers here. How long has this relationship been going on between the two of them? Now, on a lighter note, let's check out the best scene of the night for everyone, I'm sure.
Oh,
नहीं हूं मैं तुम्हारी माँ
That slap was so satisfying, guys. That's why I got to do it again in slow motion. I wanted to do it myself to actually him and Hina while they were in the car on their way to getting married. This is just disgusting and despicable. I don't care how awful Mubashira is. This tells me what kind of character you have. I hope that there are some people out there that agree with me on this. I don't care what your wife did to you. Do not hold that in your heart. Plot behind her back to then marry her best friend while simultaneously embarrassing her to her core at your anniversary party. In what world is this okay, guys? Tell me, in what world is this acceptable? To me, it's not. To me, Muhib is a snake, okay? Hina, she's a python, okay? She's the worst of the worst, if that's the worst kind of snake out there, maybe an anaconda, but she is the absolute worst. And while Muhib is crying to his mommy about all his grievances, I was just saying, please don't fall for it. Please don't fall for it. Please don't forgive him. But it looks like she does. But I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe that's her only son. What do you guys think? Is anybody on my side here? Forget about Mubashira, but right is right and wrong is wrong, and they are dead wrong. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are we on the same page? Why do you think it's okay for him to do what he did if you don't agree with me? Let me know down below. Now, on a side note, looking at Hina's dress, I started wondering, is that the same dress that Hina was looking at when she went to that boutique with Mubashira when they were shopping for the anniversary? The shady part of me was wondering, did she really let Mubashira purchase that dress for her, knowing that she would use that dress to A, either go get married, or B, just have the dress in her closet because she knew she was going to get married and not going to be at the anniversary party? Did anybody have the same thought? Unfortunately, guys, it's not the same dress when we look at it side by side, but would have loved that additional drama. Sorry, but not sorry. Had to get that slap in one last time before we moved on to Ayra's story. So, if we remember, Ayra not so gently let down her suitor and embarrassed her family in the process, and her brother has left the house to go attend evening prayer, and it is getting late and he has not returned yet. So Ayra is so worried. She leaves the house late in the evening to go look for her brother, is asking all of his friends, calls his friends, nobody's seen the brother, but one of the friends is going to go check the hospital. She then calls her knight in shining armor, Zaid, and he jumps up and leaves Mubashira's drama to go help his girl. Now, Ayra and Zaid are driving around town, going to all of the different hospitals looking for her brother. And they have this conversation in the car, which I think is the kiss of death, where she's talking about being alone in the world and the only person that she has is her brother Amir. And then Zaid, he gets wrapped up in the moment and tells her that he'll never leave her. He'll never leave her alone. He'll always be with her. And all I could do is just shake my head, guys, because we know what's going to happen. We know what's going to come. He is going to disappoint her just like they always do. Who is they? I think we know what I'm saying, and I'm saying men. Men is they. Now, Ayra eventually finds her brother in the hospital with thanks to his friend, and they get to the hospital only to find out that her brother has had a heart attack, which I had sarcastically said to myself initially when her sister-in-law was giving her attitude in the kitchen. So we'll have to see if I was right in the next episode, and will her sister-in-law blame her for Amir's heart attack? Let me know in the comments down below if you think that Ayra is to blame or will be blamed for her brother's condition. Now, Zed has not left her side. He is there in the hospital with her. He's helped take care of all the administrative stuff, pay the bill. And then his father calls saying, I need you to get over to Muhib's house and make sure everything turns out okay, because everyone is heading over there and I don't want anything bad to happen. And Zed's like, I don't want any part of this. They're not part of our family. Why are we getting involved? And the father's like, you know what? I'm your dad. Do what I say and get yourself over there. And he has to leave Ayra. Episode 2 leaves us wanting more. It's definitely doing its job. Great job, directors and producers and screenwriters, because I am sitting at the edge of my seat. What is Mubashira going to do to everyone who stands in her way? The episode ends with her busting through the doors again, yelling for Muhib, and then we hear Muhib say, who's making noise? Muhib. I think you're well aware who's making that noise. It's the same woman who you say has given you hell for the past 4 years that you've been together. Well, guess what? Now it's time to pay the piper, and I hope that she gives you hell and that she makes your life a living hell, because you are a snake. Till next time, guys. Drama lover, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for watching Drama Spot Reviews.